and welcome to the Before It Was Called podcast. I'm Tom on Treads, and this is Jay, Shakey J. Fuck, I always fuck up the intros.
You fuck up most things, to be honest. Have you met you?
Yeah, true.
So
How you doing, man?
yeah, good. Just week of work, and then about to start another week of work. But yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. I'm
Cool.
looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm enjoying my work at the moment, and life is
That's good.
all right now.
Throwing yourself into it.
Yeah, well, once it's over for the year, I don't have much work to throw myself into, so I got to build up my monies.
True. Well, I'm about to get, I think it's like 40 weeks of free work driven out of me.
40 weeks, so nearly a year.
Yeah. It's 2 years master's course and 10 weeks a semester is on placement.
Yeah, that'll
Yay.
do it.
Yeah.
No, it's
So
a good fun.
I get to give someone 40 weeks of free work.
Wait. If you're on placement per semester, a semester is half a year, so it's only going to be 20 weeks, wouldn't it?
No, because it's 2 years.
Oh, duh. But yeah, it's over a 2-year period. You're fine. You'll be fine. Stop your bitching.
On today's show, we're going to be talking about wrestling theme songs. And after the intro music, I'm going to go on a little rant about
Yeah,
some things that have come about this
Tom
week
is
in the
very
wrestling world.
cranky at some firings and some stupid decisions by some WWE staff and ex-superstars. I'm going to just jump in intermittently, but I'm just going to let him go.
I've
Yeah,
never been more angry at a southern billionaire than I am right now.
Really? Not even when they let go of what's his name? Your mate. He was North American champion, got beaten by Swerve, and then was let go.
Or Jonah Rock.
Yeah,
Or
Bronson
Jonah.
Reed.
He goes now. Bronson Reed, yeah. Yeah, I was disappointed in that, but I'm truly angry now because the way they did. Well, here's the theme music.
Welcome to the Before It Was Cool podcast.
That was the theme song, and well, I'd say, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else, that you're in for a treat. But fuck, this is gonna go hard.
God.
But Tom has been given some specific instructions that he's not allowed to call anyone bitch or cunt if it's directed towards a woman, because it is deemed sexist, and I do understand where that's coming from. So he's going to try and use some other terms during this rant, if he remembers. Yep. As you can hear, Tom is inhaling and exhaling. He's psyching himself up.
I'm just trying to calm myself down.
All I know about this rant is that it's based on the recent firings by WWE. That's all I know. This isn't scripted. This is all going to be news to me. I've got my popcorn. I've got a pee bucket if I need to leave the chair, so I can just keep listening. I'm gonna hand it over to Tom, and may God have mercy on our souls.
Oh God, because fucking Vince McMahon thinks he is obviously the dickhead. But what happened was, on Friday our time, Australian time, 18 wrestlers were let go from the WWE. 18, contributing to 72 releases this fucking year alone. 72, including 2 former world champions in Braun Strowman and fucking Wyndham Rotunda. And I refuse to call him Bray Wyatt anymore because that old man can go fuck himself. Seriously.
So why'd you call Adam Scherr, Braun Strowman?
because Braun Strowman's a better name. But
least
but
it wasn't
Wyndham
Husky
Rotunda
Harris.
is fucking awesome. But they had Keith Lee on their fucking books. Keith fucking Lee. A man that nearly died last year from COVID for your fucking company. A man that you made the North American champion in NXT and the NXT champion at the same fucking time. And all they could do was fuck him up, call him back out, and then shove him out the door. Fucking twats.
It has been a consistent thing of the main roster screwing up champions.
Yeah.
Like the only ones that I've seen that have come through and done, I wouldn't say better, but at least as good, or at least treated as a serious thing. Like treated seriously, you've got your Samoa Joes. He was treated really well.
Kind
You've
of.
got, he wasn't given any championships, but he was always in high-profile feuds. He was reliable. He's just his issue was his
but
age.
it doesn't mean that he was treated well. I mean, he got turned into a fucking stalker against AJ. They had AJ Styles and Samoa Joe in a fucking program, and they turned it into a stalker angle.
I did forget about that one. Sorry. Anyway, this is your rant. I'll let you keep going. But yeah. So Keith Lee, you're very angry about that. To be honest, I've seen a bit of Keith Lee's stuff, and he is absolutely amazing. The whole Limitless thing was so true, and then Bearcat.
He's nearly 7 foot tall. He nearly weighs 400 pounds, and go to the top rope and do a double moonsault. And he does fucking everything inside that ring that you need him to, but Vince McMahon thinks he's too fat. So what does he do? He puts a fucking top on him and changes his name completely.
It's funny that you go and say someone like that is too fat, yet you look at the early days, like, well, let's go to one of the biggest examples, Andre the Giant, who was overweight.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest...
Not by fault of his own, he had gigantism. He had protruding, what's it called?
Pituitary gland.
Yeah. It was way too big, and he kept growing because of it. He never stopped.
But yeah, like, he's an example of someone who was huge. Like, even you look at some others, like Big John Studd.
Yeah.
Overweight. There were plenty of wrestlers who were overweight, who were big draws.
Exactly. The whole thing is Vince wants his superstars to be this unattainable friggin' superhero. Guess what? Like, there are guys at the gym in better shape than Triple H.
Like they want people with the body of Finn Balor, but with the size of
Keith Lee.
Yeah.
Which gets me on my next fucking release, although...
Well, I was going to say, just before you keep going, the only person I've ever seen that really matches that aesthetic really well, problem was he wasn't that great in the ring, was Matt Morgan.
Yeah, but he couldn't talk.
And he wasn't that great in the ring either.
No, he wasn't. He was tried to be Brock Lesnar, but Brock can't talk either. The one they had on their fucking their books that they released the other day, that although there are rumors that he was one of the 5 released over not wanting to get vaccinated, but that is unconfirmed. I'm not going to speculate on that. There is only one confirmed for that, and I'll get to her later. Believe me. Fucking idiot. But, he's carrying a cross. He's a big dude, had the body of fucking Finn Balor, could talk, had Scarlett with him. So what did they do? They fucking took Scarlett away and put him in a gimp outfit and made him job out as soon as he got there while he was holding the fucking NXT title. The dickheads. Oh, God. And then you had... On the women's side of things, you had former NXT women's champions. You had former main roster women's champions. You had stars that have been stars in every company that they've gone to, like Mia Yim, who, by the way, is Keith Lee's partner. She deserved to be treated better, and so did all these people. And what has pissed me off more than any of the other releases, were put down to budget cuts. Okay. Okay, the fucking reports may have shown that it helped every now and then. This one was right after a global fucking pandemic had nearly destroyed the world, and less than half an hour after they got off an investor call saying it was their best fiscal quarter in almost 20 fucking years. And then they said in the email to the talent, this is for budgetary reasons.
Yeah, which was, to be honest, I see that as just a cop out.
It
like,
is.
because everyone knows that it isn't just for budgetary reasons. Like, from what I can see, like they fired a lot of wrestlers who weren't doing much at the time. There was quite a few there. Like, what's his name? I can't remember his name, but he was an indie guy and he was supposed to be brought in, and then he was just let go. I think he's part of the Hart family.
Or Davey Hart Smith.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
that's his WWE name, but like he's a former IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champion. He's a former G1 finalist, for fuck's sake. He went overseas and did everything over there, and AEW offered him 3 times the amount the WWE offered him. He said no because he wanted to go induct his father into the Hall of Fame. And then they don't even put him on TV once. He's the British Bulldog's fucking son, for Christ's sakes.
Oh, this is fun.
Oh, fuck me. We haven't even got to the worst one yet.
Well, like, and that's the thing, like, I think one of the big things they did with a lot of these firings is they looked at age of the wrestlers.
Yeah.
But there's other wrestlers who are older who are just who shouldn't be there still.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking like veterans or anything like wrestlers who I don't think will ever be a draw, who even then might not be of an age, but are just not interested. Like, what's his name? Jackson Riker.
Yeah.
He's still on the books, isn't he?
No, he got released.
Did he?
No, not last one. Not this one, but last one, I think it was.
Okay.
Or he could still be there. I wouldn't know.
Let me check, but I'll let you start ranting about the treatment of a lot of their performers.
By the way, Vince McMahon here refuses to let the wrestlers unionize. He refuses to let them get their own rights. Like, literally, Zelina Vega brought it up at the start of last year and she was let go. Admittedly, she was brought back in an attempt to bribe Aleister Black from going to greener pastures, and we'll get there in a minute. But my God, what a fucking old man. Old Southern billionaire cockface will not let his wrestlers have their own fucking rights because he thinks that if they don't have their own rights, he can control them because they're independent contractors.
It's more than that. It's also that classic American fear of anything socialist.
Yeah.
And under the belief that it's communism. Like, you talk about universal healthcare to some Americans, well, national healthcare, and they'll just turn around, no, that's communism. It's like, no, it's looking after your people. And yeah, it's just so dumb. Like, and oh, by the way, Jackson Riker is still with the WWE, and you know what? He's got a gimmick that'll get him over as a babyface: self-flagellance, where he hits himself and punishes himself. That's cool with the kids, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, like, it's frustrating to watch. See, I thought it would have just gone a bit more solid and given you the shits. But yeah, it's such a crazy thing to treat so many of these stars who are established, who have big fan bases.
And the other thing is, he made them fucking get the international fan bases. Then he's giving them to people that he doesn't see as competition, but is now on the key demographics, beating all of his shows week to week. All of them.
Well, you think the last, like, if I was to think the last 10 years, three of the biggest stars that have been in wrestling, like this is talking more American wrestling, well, famous in America. You've got Daniel Bryan. Well, sorry,
Yeah.
Bryan Danielson.
Bryan Danielson.
He took over the WWE. He was amazing. Just before him, when it came to the biggest star, you had CM Punk.
Yeah.
Both of which have moved on.
Yeah, they're both in AEW, for example, All Elite Wrestling, who actually, treat their wrestlers properly.
There's been a couple of people who've complained about it, but most of the people working there have been pretty positive. So,
yeah.
Then you've got Kenny Omega, who's amongst the best in the world.
And he's the AEW World Champion.
Yeah. You've also got Chris Jericho over there, who, is past his prime. I'm never going to deny that, but he is still a great performer.
Yeah. Then again, as far as performance goes, Jericho hasn't really ever had a problem. He's always been that good.
Oh yeah,
but
I find watching him now, he's not as good. His in-ring work is not as strong as what it used to be, and that's okay. He's pushing 50.
I think he's up 50 now.
Let me quickly check. But he's been around long enough that he is due a bit of cooldown time. He's
and then you got the Young Bucks, who were the highest selling independent wrestlers of all time. Even had their merch picked up by a chain store in America called Hot Topic, just so that they could hold their merch, because it went like hotcakes, pretty much. And then you got wrestlers like Kazuchika Okada, who hardcore marks love that dude because he is so fucking good. He's really nice too.
Fair enough. But yeah, Chris Jericho is 50.
Yeah. Exactly. And he's still going. He's still putting over younger talent. I mean...
Well, MJF got a huge rub from him.
Yeah, he might have won the last match of the feud, but MJF won the 3 before that.
Yeah. And yeah, it was great storytelling, and MJF has been doing fantastically.
Yeah.
He's one of the best heels in the business at the moment, at least on the mic.
Look, sometimes he gets criticized because he goes for the cheap heat too easily. But that's kind of
what, sorry?
Cheap heat.
Yeah,
so he will call Brian Pillman's mum a whore.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brian Pillman Jr.
Yeah. I was going to say, Brian Pillman doesn't care what you call his mum. He's a bit dead.
Oh, God.
But yeah. And yeah, MJF is he might go for cheap heat, but he does it well.
Yeah, exactly. And that's on the other side of the fence. That's what all these wrestlers are being pushed to. Although Vince thinks that they're not competition. They're not competition until they fucking overtake you, you daft old prick.
Do you believe the rumors? Because I remember we've talked previously about him potentially selling. Do you think that's the case still?
Back then I was like, no, I was adamant that he would never sell the company.
No, last time you said he was. Last time we spoke, you said he was, that there were a couple of buyers.
There were a couple of interested parties. Oh, yeah. Because I'm thinking back to the James Hardy episode where I said I don't think it will. Then it came out that Disney and a few others were looking to buy. Now, with all these releases and the fact that Shane has given away, cashed in on every single share, he no longer owns a single portion of WWE. And Stephanie and Paul, Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, have sold $100 million worth of stock in WWE.
Yeah, it's
So I reckon he's trying to lighten the load, because he's like, do you want it? And they're like, no, you want to retire soon. So he's lightening the load to get rid of it. I strongly believe that now. And quite frankly, in someone else's hands, it might actually do well.
Oh, absolutely. Like Vince Vince revolutionized wrestling when he started creating, like, took away from the territory system. Um, then his growth from there was great. And then when he had no one to fight with and surrounded himself with a bunch of yes men, you saw everything happen. Everything just
Yeah.
go down. But like, I'm just because of your emotions at the moment, there's something I just want to talk to you about.
Uh-oh.
I'm just No, no, it's all good. It's all good. I'm gonna go through the entire list of people who are released, and I
Okay.
want to just hear your voices on them
What,
because
the
there were
18
some
or the
amazing.
entire 72?
The 18, just the most recent
Okay.
stuff. Um, where is it? I'm just trying to find the full list. Um, where is it? Releases. Come on, there's. So I'm just scrolling through wrestling headlines trying to find the full list. Um,
There's one you should probably leave to the end because I'm going to go on a full rant about
I know, I know, I know. I'll be I know what's happening there.
her. Oh, god damn. She's the only one that I'm truly like, yeah, okay, yeah, fair enough. And whoever the other four are, I'm like, yeah, okay, fair enough. I would have released those twats as well.
Yeah. For those who don't know, we're talking about anyone who's refusing the jab. Um,
Yeah.
like
Because
if you
out of the
if you want to
18
refuse the,
released, there were five that refused the jab and refused
reportedly,
to do anything. They
yeah.
walked away
Like,
from $1 million contracts.
see, like if you don't want to get the jab, that's on you, but don't expect to be a part of society. If you're a performer who goes worldwide, you're not going to um, keep your
Be
job because
cleared.
you're a risk to people. Okay,
Exactly.
so carrying cross you spoke about.
Yep.
Um,
A fucking wasted
B-Fab.
opportunity.
See, I didn't rate him that
Seriously,
highly, but yeah, he was solid, but he wasn't. Yeah,
he was a monster, which they're sorely lacking at the moment. All they had to do was bring him in with Scarlett, treat him like they did in NXT, push him at the belt, give him the belt, and have him reign over everything so Roman beats him at SummerSlam. It's fucking simple.
okay, so the next one is B-Fab from Hit Row.
Yeah, I know. Fuck. Ugh, that one's just frustrating. Like, that's more frustrating than angry. Like, you
Because he's
just called up Hit Row. You just called them up. You fucking recognize the potential in the group, and then you fire someone from it.
My guess there is that she's actually one of the ones who refused the jab. Um,
Yeah, I don't want to
like this is
speculate too hard because,
yeah,
hey,
don't want to make assumptions.
assuming makes an ass out of you and me.
Yeah, but it's just the age. She was good on the mic. She was solid in the group, and she was young. So like, yeah, I think
Yeah,
she had potential. And the women's roster is just getting smaller and smaller. It seems.
yeah, because now that, although I met him, he was a really nice guy, but now that Bruce Pritchard and John Laurinaitis are in, they were like, women don't fucking sell tickets.
Yeah, classic old men sexists.
Yeah. Well, John Laurinaitis years were the Diva Search years.
Yeah, yeah,
When you
which
had
is
the Divas title take over from the women's title with that fucking butterfly.
because that wasn't
Oh,
patronizing at all.
yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Cash
so
can't tell I'm very angry.
the next two, and admittedly these ones I've heard have been asking for their release, and that was Grand Metallic and Lince Dorado.
Lince Dorado and Grand Metalik.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. They
They've been
wanted
asking for
their
their
releases
release.
with Kalisto and Sin Cara. They've
Yeah,
wanted them for ages, but yeah, those two I'm actually like, yeah, good. They've finally let them go. They've been wanting to go back to CMLL and AAA in Mexico, the two big brands down there, for years. But WWE wouldn't let them go.
And yeah, so that one's fine. Like, we're not angry for them. Oh, here's one you're actually probably happy about the release. Eva Marie.
Yeah. Like, why did you bring her back? Why did you waste the fucking roster position and bring her back and release someone like Zack fucking Ryder? And Matt Cardona has proven on the indies how good he fucking is. How they could have built that fucking company around him because he was so fucking popular and so good at what he did. And all they did was make him hold up one finger in the air and another hand make an L shape to make Long Island.
Yeah. And the thing is, when he was at his biggest, they could have built around him, made him a champion, and then a heel turn like that would be almost as big as the Hogan heel turn for the NWO.
Yeah, or... No.
You don't think it could have been as big as that?
No. The only
Considering
thing
how
they could
big
ever
this
be
man
that
is.
big... Because they got to remember, WWE okay with turns, but they're not that great. Like, when Stone Cold did it at WrestleMania 17, it did not work. When Seth Rollins tried to turn face, it did not work. They're
Depends
good
on the
with some
turn.
of
Like,
them.
there's some turns that they've done really well.
The Roman turn was fucking great.
Yeah, but I think that's because Paul Heyman had more input on it.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think the only one that could ever get done with that is 5 years ago, if John Cena turned heel.
Yeah, that ship's long gone.
That's why I said 5 years ago. Actually, it's closer to 10 now. Fuck them all.
Okay, so we just talked to Eva Marie. You've talked Keith Lee and Mia Yim, but Mia Yim was so missing. Like, brought in as part of Retribution, and then
she was even brought in before that. She was brought in as part of the Mae Young Classic, second ever one.
Yeah, there's been plenty of wrestlers brought in for that. That's a bit of a different kettle of fish than
No, but
like
she was one of the ones brought in with the contract, not one of the independent ones.
Okay. Now, just going to the NXT superstars that were cut. I don't know how many of these guys you know. You have a greater knowledge than me. Trey Baxter.
Oh, I'm not too up on some of the NXT. When it became 2.0, I stopped watching.
Jesse Camilla, Jeet Rama, Zeta Ramia, and Katrina Cortez. And then
like all the names, like even though they're in a group, extremely talented. It's a Jeet
Rama.
Yeah, big Indian fella. If it's the guy I'm thinking of, but he's Saudi or he's from the area. If he's the one I'm thinking
pretty
of.
Different areas, to be honest. One's Hindu,
Middle East, Southeast Asia. But I'm trying to. I've got two pictures in my mind. One's got short hair. One's got like middle-length hair.
But yeah, and then if we keep
one's
going,
the Indian, one's the Saudi. But either way, like seriously, you get paid $10 million a year to go to Saudi Arabia. Why wouldn't you want another Saudi star on your fucking roster?
Let alone someone who's not a high flyer.
Yeah.
Let alone someone who's like, because they've currently got a couple of Saudi wrestlers who are great, but they're lightweights, they're high flyers. You get someone that's that huge sort of thing. It's the classic Abdullah the Butcher or Andre the Giant. It's a sideshow. It's a special thing to see.
And like he was more built. He was like Undertaker size. Still massive. Still could squash you like a bug. But built like a brick shit house.
Yeah. So they also released. So this is talking about the wrestling sort of thing, the women's wrestling sort of thing. Releasing Scarlett, that was actually honestly a surprise. Like, admittedly, the moment Carrion was gone, she was gone, and she wasn't. But the fact she wasn't being used.
Yeah, I know.
Scarlett's absolutely gorgeous. She fits that whole diva sort of element that was in before, and she wasn't bad in the ring. She wasn't great, but
either way, like they protected her by not putting her in the ring as much as you would expect. So what they did was they made her Carrion's manager, and it fucking worked. That act was more over than anything else they had in NXT at the time, including Johnny Gargano and fucking Tommaso Ciampa.
Mm.
There was a reason why
And,
Carrion won the world title and held it for as long as he did.
Yeah. And then they put him in bondage gear because that's what gets the viewers.
And took Scarlett away from him. What the fuck?
Which, well, Vince doesn't like managers. Like the only closest thing to a manager that, like the only real managers that are around at the moment are what? Paul Heyman, but that's because Heyman's amazing.
Yeah.
Like who else is there when it comes to managers?
In WWE, I can't think of any.
Zelina Vega was a manager for ages, but she's now a full-time wrestler because she doesn't need to manage someone who's not in
And
WWE.
as soon as Andrade got to the main roster, he separated them.
No, with Andrade they were together still because she was managing Andrade and
Oh
one of the
yeah,
others.
Humberto
It wasn't
Correa.
No, it wasn't Humberto Carrillo. It was Angel Garza.
Oh yeah, that's right, with Andrade. They had that match at
Yeah.
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Not those two, but they were in a match.
Though it's interesting, Humberto and Angel Garza are a tag team now. And
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, like, are they going to end up just being the new, like, pretty much the new Lucha House Party, like, generic, just, and then before that, Los Matadores / the Colognes / the Shining Stars, where they're just going to be more jobbers when they're too talented for it, to be honest.
Fuck, even the clones were too talented for that shit.
Oh, yeah. And the WLC match was worth it.
But yeah.
Okay, so Scarlett got released. The next one, Oni Lorcan.
Seriously. I kind of don't have words for how stupid that one was. He was your fucking NXT Tag Team Champion, like, fucking within the year. And you released him because you went, oh, we can't do anything with him.
But then there's Frankie Monette, so Taya Valkyrie.
Oh, why? Why?
Makes me think that John Morrison's going to get released soon.
Yeah.
But he's barely been used to his full potential anyway.
Not even barely. He's not at all. He's proven in other companies he can be a world champion, and he's not even in the main event scene.
He's not even in any scene.
Yeah, he's on some fucking back chair waiting for the Miz to take off the blue paint and finish dancing so he can come over and they can continue their feud.
Well, Miz has been kicked out of Dancing with the Stars, so that should be soon.
Yeah.
But that's if they decide to use him. Then after Taya Valkyrie, who's a solid hand in the ring, Ember Moon
She's
got
a former AAA world champion.
And then we've got Ember Moon, who's been released.
I nearly blew up my fucking gasket then. Seriously, Ember fucking Moon. Ember fucking Moon. You idiots. If she goes to AEW, they're going to use her right. They're going to have her be the one that kicks the living shit out of Britt Baker to the AEW World Women's title and fucking never let it go. Because she is that fucking good, you dumb fucks.
She was trained by Booker T, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Was it her? Yeah, it was her.
Okay, and now for the part that everyone's been waiting for. The last one on the list, anyone who knows anything about wrestling knows that we've been saving this and knew who we were talking about. Okay, so I'm not going to let you go straight into your rant, but we're talking about Nia Jax. So Nia Jax is a wrestler, obviously, and she's recently been let go. Now, Nia Jax has got quite a reputation for being very careless in the ring. and being pretty dangerous. Like she's injured a lot of people, including Becky Lynch. Trying to think who else. Kari Sane. Um, yeah, there's been quite a few who have been significantly injured by her, and it felt like she kept getting pushes and everything.
Alexa Bliss twice.
Yeah, and like one thing that surprises me is that she was released. Like when it was first announced, it was an honestly huge surprise. But then some more information's come out about that, and it's regarding vaccination status. Anyway, I'm leaving it now. I'm handing it back over to Tom. He's getting worked up. Everyone get ready. Grab your popcorn. He may get so angry right now you'll actually get spit through your speakers while he's talking. So maybe bring a windscreen wiper or some goggles. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have COVID, so you're safe. Tom, what do you think of Nia Jax?
No, I don't have COVID because I was an actual fucking responsible human being and went and got the fucking jab, you dumb piece of shit. My fucking god. You work in a company that works overseas. You work in a company that works in all 50 of your mainland states. And you work in a company that works in indoor fucking arenas. And the one rule is, get the fucking jab. Because there is no actual scientific evidence to prove that it fucking does anything like gives you 5G and makes you fucking magnetic. You dumb piece of shit. You were the only one named out of the 5 that didn't want to get vaxxed. And you're a piece of shit too. I know 32-year-old grown men without disabilities, like Jay and I, that went and got it because it was a common fucking decent thing to do, because they're not the only person on this earth. They have parents, they have friends, they have family that are vulnerable to this fucking disease that has ripped our world, not our nation, not a state, not a town, our fucking world apart, you dumb piece of shit, you selfish arsehole.
You forgot to bring up the fact that she also works with children who probably can't get vaccinated.
Exactly. I've got 2 kids under 12 that cannot be vaccinated. They look up to these wrestlers. I've introduced them to some of these wrestlers, and to find out that some of them are fuckwits that won't get vaccinated, they can go fuck themselves.
You know DDP won't get either.
Yeah, but DDP is like 310. I don't give a fuck about him.
He's not an active wrestler. He's not interacting with people as much.
Yeah, exactly.
But
fucking.
You okay, buddy?
There is no evidence to prove that these things are bad. Like, people are like, oh, I literally heard someone the other day say to me, oh, this Pfizer company, this brand new company that came out of nowhere, Pfizer have been around for like 80 years. Most of what you have as far as your medications or whatever the doctor gives you, or even your vitamins, Pfizer fucking makes most of that shit. You dumb.
Pfizer owns Viagra.
Exactly. They invented that little blue masterpiece. I mean, pill.
So, to be honest, that was originally created to work with heart issues, and then they found a much more interesting use for it, and then it became the most sold drug ever.
It's still prescribed to people with chronic heart issues to help with blood flow, but it has an interesting side effect.
It's also really good if you like if you get a full body burn or sunburn, so you can sleep at night. Mainly, it keeps the sheets off you. Sorry, I had to lighten the mood. I had to lighten the mood after that tirade. It was great.
Oh god, I genuinely am not. I'm not happy about all but maybe 2 of the releases that WWE had. I'm fucking glad they got that. I can't say those words. they got that thing off my TV, stopped her from literally injuring some of my favorite wrestlers in the world, and they fucking fired her. And AEW, if they hire her, if Impact hire her, I'm not watching their companies anymore. Whatever. And by the way, I cancelled my fucking WWE Network subscription today. That's how much they have genuinely pissed me off. I have not missed an episode of Raw since 1997. Not once have I missed it. I might have missed it live, but I caught up on it before the next episode aired. I have not missed a fucking episode. I'm refusing to watch WWE from here on out.
So, Tom, why don't you tell us how you really feel?
Exactly. Oh. Now let's lighten the mood and go on to the theme songs. The Before It Was Cool podcast is now on Patreon. There are 6 tiers to choose from, ranging from $1 to $100. $1 gets you just to help. $3 gets you a shout out in every episode, except for the episodes in the next tier. $10 gets you your choice. You choose the topic and I record a solo episode dedicated to you with no ads or other Patreon shout outs. $15 is Produce It Up. You get the opportunity to choose the week's topic and the co-host. The code should be attainable and knowledgeable on the subjects. 26 spots available. $50 gets you the VIP co-host position. 3 spots available. $100 is make the Before It Was Cool podcast your own. You and a person of your choosing make an episode. You can even change the intro music and artwork, and you can edit or ask Tom to edit to your specifications. Go to patreon.com before IWC and you will get to our landing page. That's patreon.com before IWC. Please support us so that we can continue to provide you with quality content each and every week.
Yeah. So, wrestling themes, as anyone who watches wrestling knows, they can make or break a character. And some of them are so iconic. Like let's just go through some big ones that are incredibly iconic. Real American by Hulk Hogan.
If you smell, then you need a shower.
Yeah, exactly. The Rock's one, like the pops you hear just for hearing that. The glass shatter.
Yeah, or
game.
even Iron Man by Black Sabbath, like the original. There's a reason why it's called the Road Warrior Pop. When that the downstroke on the guitar hit, people knew that the Road Warriors were coming, and they went fucking mental for that shit.
Because that was back in the territory days where they'd go from place to place, and if they appeared, it was just amazing. It was big. It was huge.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so do you have a favorite theme?
It's kind of hard to say. I used to love the Kane, not the Kane, Kane's old entrance by Finger 11. That's the one he had during the Ruthless Aggression era.
Yeah.
I used to love that. I used to love One of a Kind. Fuck. Like RVD's entrance theme. Triple H's The Game was really good.
Whose theme was One of a Kind?
Rob Van Dam's.
Yeah, Rob Van Dam, yeah.
Who did I say?
Oh, no, you said RVD. I just didn't hear it properly. I thought you said Harvey D. And it's like, who's Harvey D? What the hell?
And you've got Jeff Hardy's theme song. Not the dun 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 dun. The one with Lou singing. I can't remember what it's called. That's really good.
See, I love just talking Jeff Hardy. Like, I love Team Extreme's theme.
Yeah.
Like, just dun dun. Like it just fires me up. Like, I love
You've also
it.
got Eddie Guerrero, like I cheat, I steal. What?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's so good. Or you got Booyah Color 619.
Yeah, you've got the DX song.
Yeah, exactly. You've got heaps in that. Even the understated ones like Macho Man Randy Savage. Or Flight of the Valkyries.
Or even Sexy Boy.
Yeah. Or the better version of Sexy Kurt.
He'll make your ankle hurt.
Oh fuck! Sensational Sherry did not know what the fuck was going on. She was so out of it in that segment.
Do you have a favorite modern theme in WWE?
Yeah. There are a few. When C-Force or CFO Dolomont were writing the music,
CFO Dollar Sign, yeah.
there were some really good ones. Like the best one that I can remember is Glorious. Bobby Roode.
Yeah. It was fantastic. Though I also loved Shinsuke's.
Yeah. Oh, Shinsuke's was incredible. Even
And
the shield that Sierra, Ecto,
Hotel.
Indigo. So yeah.
Yeah, it was great. And just
it suited the group so well.
what was there's one more I was just about to talk about. I actually really love Sami Zayn's theme song. Like it's just a good bit of ska. It's just really fun. Doesn't really suit his heel character, to be honest.
It doesn't at all.
But when he was a smiling babyface, it was great. And I want to see him go face again. Like, don't get me wrong, he's a good little shitty heel. But I want to see him go face again. But
there are 4 wrestlers that I genuinely think are leaving in the next 6 months.
Kevin Owens?
Yeah. I genuinely think he'll leave.
Oh, well. He's
I
got mates in
think
other companies. He's not being used properly.
Yeah, exactly. It's Kevin fucking Owens. But also, in case people out there don't know, Kevin Owens, the Owens in his name comes from Owen Hart. His son's name is Owen, after Owen Hart. He loves Owen Hart.
His son is also is one of the youngest people to ever pin someone in a wrestling ring.
Yeah, exactly. But he loves Owen Hart. And AEW have announced in January they're running the Owen Hart Memorial Tournament.
Yeah.
And Kevin Owens' contract comes up right at the start of January.
And yeah,
who better to win the inaugural fucking Owen Hart tournament than the man that loves him almost as much as an actual Hart family member? It'll be fucking although I have to say we'll give you the exact same money that you're getting in WWE, but you get to win this. And he will jump. And the other one is in December. There are
3.
The other 3. In December, there are 2 coming up in Kyle O'Reilly. All but one member of the Undisputed Era is in AEW, and the other half of Red Dragon is in AEW now, in Bobby Fish. So I reckon he's going to jump. And Johnny Gargano, I'm not 100% sure that he will jump, but I think he might. He'll see the greener pastures.
When do you think? When do you know if when Finn Balor's contract ends?
He just renewed last year for 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
But Sami Zayn's contract ends in February or the end of January. He'll compete in the Rumble, then he'll fuck off. I guarantee it. Especially if Owens leaves. The only way they'll get Owens to stay is they say, we're going to build you up, you're going to win the Rumble, you're going to go to Mania, you're going to win in the main event. That's the only way he'll stay.
And to be honest, he deserves it. I love Kevin Owens. Yeah. He's fantastic.
But outside of Wyndham Rotunda, he's probably my favorite wrestler today.
And the thing is, I think he's going to probably suffer the same sort of thing as Keith Lee and William Rotunda. Not
Yeah.
Wyndham Rotunda. In that, no, don't like his weight.
Yeah, exactly. And reports are that backstage that Vince didn't like Wyndham Rotunda because he
Was very protective of his character and his
very
booking.
protective of his character, and also had a shit ton of creative input, which Vince does not like. Either you do things his way or you don't do them at all.
Yeah, and
I'm sorry, I'm so angry, dude.
no, dude, it's all good. It's all good. You needed to get that out, and you're in a safe place. And
Seriously,
you
this is
might,
a sport that I've genuinely loved since I was a little kid. I genuinely love professional wrestling. I wanted to be one so bad before my body gimped out. I can say that because
yeah.
I'm disabled. I'm being derogatory on purpose. But yeah, before my body
It is
gave
our
out, I
word.
wanted to be a
Other people
professional
can't use
wrestler
the word,
so
but it's
bad.
our word.
Exactly. But yeah, AEW is about to bring in maybe out of this is a sad thing. Out of those 72 releases this year, 18 the other day, only like 2 or 3 of them are gonna go over to AEW because AEW cannot be expected to hoover up every single person. WWE
Well,
lets go.
Impact is taking quite a few actually.
Yeah, but none of the big guys. They can't afford them.
Braun Strowman's apparently going over to Impact.
Yeah. So
Sorry,
is
Adam
Bray
Shaw.
Wyatt.
Adam Shaw.
So is Bray
Wyndham
Wyatt.
Rotunda. Wyndham Rotunda.
Yeah, Wyndham Rotunda. But there are a fuckload that are supposed to be going over to Impact, but haven't debuted.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, didn't Kalisto finally debut for them?
no, he debuted for AEW. That's a whole nother
Oh, yeah,
kettle of
AEW.
worms.
Sorry, yeah.
That's a whole nother
Yeah.
kettle of worms, because what happened was he was on loan from AAA, pretty much.
Okay.
But he put out a tweet after his match, saying he talked to John Huber, aka Brody Lee, who passed away less than a year ago. And
yeah, he spelled John's
26th
name
of
wrong.
December. Yeah, he spotted JOHN instead of JON. And Chris Jericho had a go at him saying spell his name right.
And so did Amanda Hoover.
Yeah, the wife got on there and defended Jericho. And a bunch of fans have got on there calling Jericho a over exaggerating dickhead. Because Miro did the same thing closer to the death. And he didn't call him out on it.
I think it's more the fact that it's like it's not. So at the time when people are grieving, it's understandable. It's just people putting it out. This is him going out and doing something. It's almost like he's when Sumare del Sol, is it?
Yeah, Samurai Del Sol.
Yeah, when he did it, it's almost like he was doing it to get that extra bit of attention. Like, oh, he's doing this nice thing. We'll give him this respect, and he did it wrong.
Yeah.
Like it's like that whole like. I wouldn't say it's almost like it's got a similarity to a bit of like virtue signaling, where you tell people all the good stuff you do, and it's like, and like if you're gonna make a post about something like that, make sure you do it right. Like it's.
And reports say that he's a bit of a star fucker, as in he will do anything to get over, pretty much. And he was a name dropper and all that. Like, I know this guy.
Yeah.
Kind of like me, but like he did it in a dickish way.
And he's successful.
Yeah, exactly. And he has the use of his legs. Prick.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, what an arsehole. How dare he use his body properly?
Exactly. But yeah, I think it could have been done through a DM. But at the same time, like, if you're going to do it publicly, you're going to get public backlash, you dick.
Mm-hmm.
Either way. So yeah. Theme songs. Uh, what would
To be
you
honest,
call the most iconic theme song of all time?
I'd say, like, when you're saying iconic, you're meaning iconic amongst wrestling fans, iconic amongst general fans.
Bit of both. Like, we'll just say, like, if you heard that, you instantly know who that theme song was
Well,
for.
that list will go for ages, to be honest. Like,
Yeah, true. Coming from a wrestling fan's point of view, like, we
from a
hear
wrestling
them
fan's
week
point of
on
view, like,
week on week.
the wrestler gong into Funeral March.
Yeah, it's pretty iconic.
Sexy Boy.
Yeah.
Like, you can't go past Sexy Boy. I can't remember what Hendrix song it was for the NWO.
It wasn't a Hendrix song.
It wasn't? I thought it was.
No. What happened was the NWO had like a Hendrix sounding song, but it wasn't actually a Hendrix song. Same way DX had a Rage Against the Machine sounding
Yeah.
song, but it wasn't Rage Against the Machine. Whereas Hulk Hogan, after he left NWO, he had Castles Made of Sand by Jimi Hendrix's theme song for a while.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, that
Which you can't find anymore. WWE Network has overdubbed it with Real American.
okay. Just lost rights to it, or
Yeah, I think so. That, or they're trying to make it seem like Hulk Hogan was always the not racist old white guy. He was the real American.
well, that's a racist old white guy. That is a real American.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which is incredibly sad. But yeah, like I'd say the NWO theme. I'd say those ones that I just said. Gotta say, real American. Sadly, just because Hulk Hogan did go past things. The Glass Shatter of Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Like, that's one thing I'll actually say about The Rock. His theme song, I never thought was that crazy. Like, it wasn't anywhere near as iconic as the rest of it.
But you knew.
That's because
instantly
it opened
knew.
with him talking. It opened with him talking.
Yeah, exactly. But that's all it needed. It just pumped up the crowd instantly.
Yeah, but it's not really a song, if you get me.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a theme song. It's the same with the New Age Outlaws one. With the "Oh,
Yeah.
you didn't know," because it was more the sound of the voice that pumped it up.
I hate to say this because it is a bit more rhythmic and a bit more song-like, but in the end, is only a beat. Is the New Day. Don't you dare be sour.
Yeah,
What is
it's a
it?
new
Clap.
day. Yes, it is.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
world
it's
famous so-and-so champs. Feel the power. It's a
I'll
new
also give
day.
points
Yes, it
to
is.
another one. I'll also give points to is Cult of Personality, CM Punk.
Oh, yeah. And even the one before that, The Fire Still Burns by Killswitch.
Yeah,
Which originally wasn't his, it was Randy Orton's.
yeah.
And even Randy Orton's. I hear
Yeah, well,
voices in my head, they come to me, they talk to me.
yeah. And well, you've also got to then add in John Cena. My time is now.
Yeah, I will do.
And then
I was in Melbourne at the Super Showdown pay-per-view. That's another thing. I've seen WWE many times live. I even flew all the way to the worst fucking city in this country, in Melbourne, to watch them live, to take my daughter to go see them. And I finally got to see The Undertaker before he retired. But, when John Cena came out, the whole crowd started singing, John Cena sucks. John Cena sucks. And Emilio's decked out in John Cena gear, looks at me and goes, Daddy, make them all stop.
And you couldn't because you were there singing along.
Pretty much right at the start I was. Then I looked down and she was giving me the worst look I've ever seen. She expected me to stop a 90, not 90, it was 77,000 people from chanting John Cena sucks. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't do that. So good.
Yeah. um, and okay, actually, quickly, you talk about what you think the most iconic theme is, because then I've got a question to ask you, and it's one that you'll be pretty interested in.
Okay.
So,
Iconic theme, like
what I was just talking, pretty much the same question back to you.
yeah. I'm just trying to think because I don't know per se. Like DX, yes, the game by Motorhead has broken the pop culture lexicon. The funeral march, everyone, even casual fans know what that is.
The gong. The moment you hear the gong, it's just the gong.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly. Brock Lesnar, everyone knows what the fuck is about to happen when Brock's screech hits.
yeah.
That
Though
opening screech.
I don't know if you ever saw it. They were doing this parody series, cartoon series at one stage. It only did one episode. It appeared for a little bit and then it disappeared entirely. And like it was like they had like it was a heap of joke ones, and one of it was Brock Lesnar hunting sharks because he loves his hunting.
Yeah.
And like there's this shark swimming up to someone, and then you hear Brock Lesnar's theme, and you just see him suplex a shark out of the water. It was great. It was like
God.
this is around the same stage as Corporate Kane, and so
Yeah.
like stepping and then challenging. Yeah, you think you fought the worst version of Kane? Well, now you're facing Scuba Kane. Like, it was great. Like, I'll see if I can link it through to you because it was just if you haven't seen it because it was just so funny because it was just a complete piss take, and I think Vince probably was like, "Yeah, no, we're not going to do a complete piss take like that." Like, it was too much of a piss take, unlike Camp WWE, which was not a complete piss take. It was great
Yeah.
though. I love Camp WWE.
It was pretty good. Couldn't do it
Mm.
now because Goldust is gone. But yeah, it
Oh,
was
not just
great.
that. There's also Ric Flair in it, who's
Yeah. Excuse Nakata.
just his character in that was pretty messed up too and suits it all. But yeah,
Yeah. That's another iconic theme is Ric Flair's.
oh, absolutely.
And No Chance in Hell.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Yeah, I definitely agree that I was just
Another one is Bret Hart's theme.
oh, absolutely, and you also include the $1 Million Man.
And money. No, that was that was
Shane.
his.
No, that was Shane's.
Money.
But it also opened with his laugh sort of thing, and
Yeah.
everyone has a price.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's your cool question: best Mick Foley theme.
Oh, I'm literally sitting in here in my room at the moment looking at my sign Cactus Jack, my sign Mankind, my sign Dude Love, my brand new ECW limited edition Cactus Jack figurines. Oh, damn. Oh, fuck. Because early Mankind's was just the funeral march.
Wasn't
Like,
quite that. It was
a bit different, but it was more. His was weird because he had an intro music and an outro music. So he would come into the ring in one kind of music, and if he won, he would leave to another kind of music, another song. And later on, it was the car crash. The dun.
Yeah, crash. Yeah, dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun. Yeah, it was great.
I would have to say that one. That was car
Yeah?
crash. Yeah. And he used that one not for Dude Love, but he used it for Mankind and Cactus. And as Commissioner Foley. And as
Oh,
GM Foley. And as Mick Foley. At WrestleMania 22.
I do miss the commish Foley. He was where he just appear out of nowhere every time. It was great.
The fourth face of Foley. Well, that's another thing. Right now I'm looking at a signed Mr. Soccer as well. On the wall. Fuck, I think I like Mick Foley.
Yeah, just a little bit. He's only
Oh,
like your son's best friend and stuff.
I have in my wardrobe that I'm trying to get a custom made frame for. I have a signed three faces of Foley. It's all it's Drew Love, Mankind, and Cactus all in the same photo, and he signed them all as Drew Love. Changed hands, signed Cactus Jax, changed hands, and really neatly signed Mankind's.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to find this cartoon thing that they did because it was really funny, but I'm just trying to think the best way to try and look it up because of what happened in it. It wasn't Story Time. It wasn't Camp WWE. It wasn't Slam City. Maybe if I go list of cancelled WWE TV shows. But yeah, I think that's.
Right?
I think that's us done for today, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm kind of yelled out. My throat's
Yeah,
sore.
you feeling a bit better now, buddy? Yeah.
Oh, I finally got that off my shoulders. I've been holding that in. Oh. If you like that rant, I'm gonna go on one soon about Tim Bloody Burton. Overrated
Yeah.
hack.
That's the next top 10
Yeah.
video, which still got to wait on for that. It's been a painful process for him. You know, Tom now knows not to mess with me.
I do. Oh, goddamn. No. Not gonna do that ever again.
You know, not to
That
mess with
or,
me, man.
like, if I win, you're gonna get worse.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, go to our Facebook, facebook.com/BeforeIWC. Hit us up on Twitter at BeforeIWC. Go to our Patreon, patreon.com/BeforeIWC. At the moment, it is only set up for the podcast. It has to be modified to fit the YouTube channel. That'll probably happen in the new year. What was that?
Sorry, I just sneezed. That's why there was a sudden random squeak noise.
But yeah, there will be modified for the YouTube in probably the coming year. The YouTube, just go to YouTube, search Before It Was Cool, and the video should come up to our channel. Please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's all for free. We do this because you want to.
This is a fun thing for us. This is a way for us to catch up and talk a bit of shit. And if it entertains people, that just makes it even better.
For me to get to go on a rant about old Southern... I'm not going to start again.
Yeah, don't. Please don't. Please don't. WWE's got an anime series coming out.
Got a what?
An anime series coming out.
Wow. I know what I also feel really bad for. The 2K developers.
Yeah.
Their roster is going to be so far outdated, it's not funny.
Every year it just drops by huge, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, like, they didn't have a 2021. They've got the 2022 coming out in March, but the roster is going to be so fucking depleted by that point. They're going to have like Roman Reigns and Big E.
Oh, and the
That's all
Bloodline
they're
and the
going to
New
have.
Day. No, they had the Bloodline
Yeah,
and the New Day.
that'll be the DLCs. Gotta make that extra coin somehow.
Anyway, so I hope everyone enjoyed Tom's anger. I sure did.
Oh god, I'm sorry to everyone. But
No,
it was
it's
fun
okay,
for me.
dude. I feel more sorry for Taya because now she's got to change her shit-stained pants.
I had a shower before this. I already
Yeah,
shit
before,
myself
but
the other day.
your anger during is what would have brought a lot of it out.
Oh god. But yeah. So I've been Tom on Treads, and yes, I'm very pissed off at a certain company in America and a certain few people that will let go because they're absolute selfish dicks. And this being Shaky J.
Yeah, it's been me. I didn't really do much in the whole thing. I just just turned you around and let you go. And but yeah,
Oh,
I'll admit I occasionally
stirred the pot.
stirred the pot, like poked you a little bit just to keep you going, and it works. Like the moment I brought up kids, it was great for your anger.
Oh god damn. Oh, it's gonna get worse. I promise not to. Actually, no, I don't promise not to go on a rant next week.
No, it'll happen again.
Yeah, it will. I actually said a few weeks ago, one day I'm just gonna spend an entire episode ranting and raving. And
Yeah, we can
admittedly,
expect
I
it.
was talking about Burton, but this worked. Oh,
Oh, wait. I think I might have found this thing. Anyway, we'll end it and I'll send it through to you in a moment.
alright. Sounds good to me. Alrighty, see you later, dude. And catch
See you
you
later,
later,
buddy.
everyone.
Bye, everyone else.
Oh, and hey, Damo. Almost forgot.
Yeah, meh. I couldn't be bothered this time.